perspective taking.
That's right.
So, who had the leverage?
Shortcutted my understanding,
Yeah.
my comprehension, because I feel like Minana Evos is on fire right now. In a good way.
Let's see how this goes. It's the final game of the day. Blacklist International Minana Evos. They need to settle the score. Who is going to go home with a 2-1 tonight? We're seeing great starts here. Even a leash for Kaizen here from Minana Evos.
Yeah, lots of fighter emblems, spell vamps, a couple of life steals here and there. So these two teams are going to be prioritizing items like the Sea Halberd and the Dominance Ice. Necklace of Durance I don't see coming out because that's going to be an enchanted talisman most likely for that Lilia.
With the presence of raw power and crowd control in Blacklist International, we're seeing 3 purifies for Minana Evos for perfect counters of even actually be taken in team fights or even ganks, especially early as now for Blacklist International.
About half a minute until the first turtle spawns. Here's a lane matchup we haven't seen in a while, or haven't really seen much in Season 13, is that Ruby versus CC.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, well, you usually see the Ruby into the roam. We'll see how that's gonna go. But Ruby's one of those heroes similar to such as a, for example, X-Borg. You damage him, he'll just quickly get the health back or something back. So Ruby's just like that. CC's gonna poke her, but then Ruby's just gonna lifesteal or spell vamp from the minions and from the CC itself, and then suddenly it's even Stevens.
Yeah, Blacklist International with the focus and pressure on the XP lane. They even took the Crab XP out of Kirk as well. Focusing on the delay. No level 4 yet.
Oh, wow.
Blacklist advantage on the first Dragon Turtle.
Look at this blitz take from Sensui. Spending the retribution, I wonder. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows that Kaizen went and stole his purple while the rest of Minana Evos protect their own. Was that a worthy trade? Where does the economy sit on that?
Well, Minana Evos has to make sure that they get their purple buff. But yeah, Blacklist International can't invade this. So this is just one of the little things that you can do to really delay the potential or possible snowball.
Haji with the flicker, Divine Judgment. Doming goes down. First blood drawn. Bioheb.
I am loving the confidence. Haji and Oheb. Spider-Man needs one to answer for a response, but it was too late.
Yeah.
That was just completely just Black International on a great start.
And another fight. Dennis, welcome. Sensui spin Kaizen out to Spicy. Now they engage. Lancey dealing a lot of damage. And there's the EG stopping the assault. But Minana Evos push on forward. The trade eventually for Sensui. Let's move on down bottom. Edward versus Kirk. Kirk pushing forward. Lancey in trouble. Survives, but just barely. Oh, almost got swung on.
A few cracks on the Metal Fortitude that we're seeing there because there's 2 deaths. One on Doming, and then the sequence that led to the death of Sensui actually came from a lot of info already given, and those could have been avoided. But maybe their minds are elsewhere right now, or they really just want to play aggressive. They don't want to play overly cautious. That's why we see 2 early deaths here.
Well, speaking of early deaths, there's so much, well, quicker rotations from Minana Evos that they need to point out, especially that in the gold lane. Doming and Spider Miles has eyes on making the Claude survive in a few minutes from now, because that's what important. How do they make the damage work against Blacklist International?
Kaizen jumping on the Yue. Yue a third of his health left. The Puissance pop by Minana Evos' jungler. And with that, I just gotta say, it takes a lot of marbles to 2v1 against Doming and Miles. And Oheb has been doing it the past couple of minutes.
Filipino sniper, sometimes the Scyther, showing why here in that title. Turtle up, almost down to 50.
Now, Minana Evos taking their time. Again, it's one of those turtle gambits. It looks like they don't want to contest at all.
Yeah, and that's the mental effect of going up against a Barretts and going up against a team like Blacklist International. Knowing that there's a high chance that if you contest way too early without the right components, then you're going to get punished and give Barretts a big early lead.
Yeah, speaking of lead, they have so much respect for the lineup, the early game lineup of Blacklist International right now, that they're waiting for the right time to commit. As you pointed out, they need to have a right amount of damage. They have CC, yes, but if they go into longer team fights, that's where the prowess of Blacklist International shows. You have Divine Glaive already shown.
Oppositely, I think I would rather label it as Blacklist International are not in the ability yet to engage in a longer team fight. That's their biggest problem right now, I feel like.
Eventually, though.
Eventually, they will.
So this could actually be a window for Minana Evos
Yeah.
to take.
No, but then again, that's like the weird paradox of it. You can't take the window too much because again, you're up against a Barrett's.
Yeah.
There's a reason, excuse me, as to why this pick has risen up in popularity greatly. It really changes the play style. Something stuck in the back of my throat of a lot of teams.
Yeah, I hope you're okay, because now Sensui and the rest of Blacks International are cutting on through, securing this Tier 1 push up top. 6 minutes in, we got another turtle coming up in about 30.
Yep, still a slow and quiet game. 1-1, still slow progress on both. Advantage on gold with Blacklist International. Another pickup here for OHEB on level 8.
Oh,
Force out the flicker as well.
Yep, you was fine, you was fine.
Lancy and Kirk not exactly in their same page there completely. Like, Kirk was already in that page, Lancy was still turning it. So now Blacklist International will still have their Yue, their mid laner. As the turtle goes up in 5, let's see if Blacklist will, instead of going for position in the turtle, just decide to push this deep.
This is the last turtle of the game,
fast
and
spear.
now, oddly enough, it's actually Minana Evos first to the scene. I wonder what the call is, because they lost out on the first two. Now Kaizen rolling out, Poisson's pressed in, he's searching for Yue, gets a jump in, Eternal Guard spent by Blacklist mid laner, they pop Yue eventually, 1 for 1. Turtle for their mid laner, and Minana Evos walks away.
Great decision making there by Minana Evos. They know it's a 50-50 if they went for the the turtle. So instead of going for the turtle, they went for the 100% sure thing. They can get a kill onto Yue.
Yeah, the focus was onto the back line of Blacklist International. There was so much space for the turtle to be even contested.
Whoa,
Lancy.
Lancy versus Edward. And now Lancy pops the ult. Haji in the back line looking for a DJ. Kaizen spots him. Not a good angle quite yet. Blacks International pushing the advantage. Kaizen hits the retribution. Sensui backing off. And now a fight just waiting to brew. Breakout in mid.
And now Minana Evos are going to be rotating topside to make sure that Domeng will get that push, cash up a little bit. But of course, Blacklist International doing what they can to stop that. They don't break the turret just yet.
Nope.
But OHEB does in the bottom lane.
Not gonna take my turret up top.
Nice map weaving, and eventually Doming gets it via brute force.
Yeah, macro onto Blacklist International. But still, OHEB had an advantage a bit in just making the push right away.
These two teams, of course, Minana Evos, with the style of roamer that Spider Miles is, they have mentioned that elements of their game have been molded by Blacklist International. And I'm sure even Blacklist International is surprised that they're going up against a team that's so similar to them.
When your idols become your rivals.
Ooh.
Because again, after this series, I would be amiss to say that this is not a rivalry brewing, man. This is something that could go on throughout the regular season, that could go on into the playoffs if, again, Minana finally breaks.
I'm already excited to see Blacklist versus Minana Evos 2. I'm already
Electric
looking forward
Boogaloo.
to it. Electric Boogaloo.
The next match of this matchup.
Get ready for the next battle. All
Once
right.
in a lifetime, again.
First, John Cena and The Rock.
Yeah.
The first Lord of game number 3
love
here.
wrestling.
Coming out. Edward checking through. Clearing that wave, making sure no free pushes coming in from the camp of Minana. Kaizen jumps onto Sensui. They collapse. Quick knock-up coming in. Then as welcome spinning him through into that small wall. Blazing to it, not enough damage quite yet. The Holy Baptism coming in. Vengeance from Edward. Kaizen's very low. Backing up. Edward gets popped by Doming. Free pick-off for Minana.
That was a great amount of damage that they need to poke out of Kaizen.
Yeah.
It was a good placing of the missile expert though, but it wasn't even close. The damage of OHEB needs to actually amp up.
That was an LDF. A long drawn-out fight.
And that fight there, Minana Evos really watched her positioning so that OHEB wouldn't just be able to stand and freely hit. Again, the effect of the Lilia, you're tossing out the glooms and all of that. OHEB really has to watch his feet. It's hard to fight here for. Oh, he gets pulled!
There's the I'm offended. The quick knock-up going over Minana's way. And just like that, they're up a man one more time. Eternal Guard with a Lord Swing. OHEB gets the kill. And now Sensui coming in. Detna's welcome. Plus a retribution in tow. Kirk gonna get taken out here. Another kill for the Cardinal one. And just like that, Blacklist sitting on stonks.
Barrett's in action. 3 brave smites. Oh, that was 3 brave smites. President Blacklist International, complete sustaining everything in that team fight. They have totally had a way to control every damage possible from Minana Evos.
Yep. Again, that's why earlier Blacklist International didn't have the tools they needed for long, drawn-out team fights. Now they do. And again, that was a great play there by Yue, getting that key Eternal Guard up to set things up for Blacklist International to turn that Lord around and change things for Minana Evos. This is why at the end of that draft, I really was leaning towards Blacklist. As talented as the team Minana Evos is, and they're making the most out of their lineup.
And there's the Holy Baptism. There's the pull. And the mad CC coming in from but one combo of Yue.
Yeah.
This is hard to defend, man. Blacklist winning off of firepower, off of sheer economy.
Yep.
And it looks like rotationally speaking, Blacklist have Minana Evos checked.
Macro check on Blacklist. Well, everything just going through stonks. Well, Edward is going through the damage, and he just taking down turrets down bottom of Minana Evos, securing every possible fortress of defense that Minana Evos could be taken down from them.
Yeah, when played properly, this is the raw firepower you get from this kind of lineup. You can change out that Kaja for a bunch of other pickups, but these 4 really showing us why they are top priority picks in the world right now of mlbb esports.
K's in, trying to use that magic sentry. Check in where Blacklist might attack from. Kirk displaced, but only for a minute.
What a pull!
There's the I'm offended. Holy Baptism coming in, but not enough damage coming in from Minana Evos nor the turret. They cannot punish Edward, not quite yet. And now Haji coming in
Wow!
with the Divine Judgment plus the EG combo.
No.
Big knockups. Sensui in trouble. Sensui slain. Spider Miles gets the kill.
It's
1
bad for
for 1 the
Blacklist.
trade so far. Black shoes from Lancy. Still in this, ready to go
Heb.
for 1 more round. And just like that, Blacklist sent packing. No, they're still going to force it. They're going to go for more.
They're committing.
The penetration. Oheb takes down a turret. No way Minana Evos can kill 1 member here unless, they're not letting go. Can they? Spider Miles looking for the holy heal.
Look at the
The
HP of
flicker.
Blacklist.
The BMI. And
Oh!
they find 1. Haji taken out.
What a call there by Minana Evos again. Understanding each other so well, trading so well. It looked like Blacklist would be able to get away from that without any problem after breaking that turret. It is still a big problem for Minana Evos, but it goes to show they're not afraid to go out of base despite being behind almost 5,000 gold to take a stand to get a trade.
Yeah.
Everybody,
They're hungrier,
take my hand.
and they're more willing to commit to any possibility. When Kurt got pushed into their own wall, he took advantage of just using the I'm offended. Another I'm offended again.
Plus the Holy Baptism. Sensui still standing.
EG.
Turtle
EG.
Guard
Terrifying.
gets 3 in. Now Kazin popped. Poisson's in tow as well. And they're sent back and running away from Edward. The vengeance enough
reset.
to deter them from even thinking about getting that Lord. Blacklist scores a 2nd big objective.
I have to throw a name into the hat. My vote for MVP of this game has to be Yue. The Eternal Guard knockups and his combinations have been perfect. Yue, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Yes, he did. He deserves it.
He truly deserves the recognition in this Vexana. The backline of Minana Evos is so precious. At any point a team fight breaks, how will you protect Domin? How will you force out Spider Miles to use that regen? A lot of ways to even force out resources. Yue, the overload machine, completely...
I like it, the overload machine.
he just wanted to force a lot of resources out of Minana Evos.
You know who else is about to get overloaded? It's Minana Evos, man. There's a wave in mid, there's a wave up top, and there's a big lord down bottom. But they do make quick work of it. Amazing. Minana Evos, the response to Blacklist's assault.
Okay,
They're fine.
yeah, quick breather here. Again, Minana Evos,
No purple.
they were in a similar situation earlier.
Taken.
We're not going to turn off the idea that they can come back here.
Yep, this
Haji,
is
Haji, Haji.
Oh.
a
Cancelled.
hard
Doming.
spot to be in. Doming down to a third of his health.
pull.
Haji very low, gets taken out. Lancy with the black shoes. And
Wow.
Minana Evos able to defend.
Yeah, still left a good amount of wave lane in the late game.
They lost the top lane inhibitor, but again, you're still in the game.
They can go out. They don't have the roamer right now, Blacklist International, so I think Minana Evos can be a little bit more brave with pushing outwards. As we look at the items, Necklace of Durance actually built up there by the Vexana. Divine Glaive already, so rushing the damage. That's why Yue hurt so much. But a good amount of that also comes from the Glowing Wand.
Watch Edward! Gets
Ooh.
the ult in.
it's
Binding Miles and Kirk. They back out.
Yeah, but the way the Minana Evos stopped the entry there of Haji, they threw everything. Don't run Wolf King second, and then the Holy Baptism of Spider Miles. Even though Haji still got the pull, he ended up just pulling Kaizen out of like, let's see whoever the heck I can pull right now.
Yes. And Kirk has been doing a lot of ways to utilize everything that he can get out of Blacklist International. I had to agree.
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Supporting you, man.
Approaching the third
you.
Lord here. About 40 seconds. Again, even if it was Blacklist who scored the past two, at the moment, currently, where we are in game number 3, it's safe to say Minana Evos still has a fighting chance. Minana Evos can maybe even contest.
Yeah.
Because they've been getting better at actually picking off Blacklist despite having no inhibitors. I mean, barely inhibitor in mid.
Yeah, just
No Malefic Roar right yet for Domeng. Full item build already for Oheb's carry. Jungle deficit crazy, but then that's still the box. Divine Glaive already up on the Lilia. It's full defense actually for the Ruby. Oh, that makes sense because they have a roamer heal. So at this point, honestly,
oh, there you have it. Red
Minana
bar.
Evos. Oh, they are there. Now Minana Evos have all the tools they can to turn this around.
I'd say maybe put a little bit more farm on Kaizen. Kaizen just dies a little too soon.
Maybe an immortality or two across the team would be good. Yeah.
That's the question. Will they give the regen for Kaizen if that thing happens again? Because if they do, they lose a point in a second chance of going back in the team fight. And Blacklist International just ringing the bell on how Minana Evos could actually answer for this kind of trap. They're putting all the crumbs in the pit right now.
Ringing the bell, ringing the bell. The dance continues.
Edward.
And now Blacklist collapses onto the Lord. The pull on the Kaizen. The Eternal Guard. Kaizen about to go down. Has his immortality built, so he's fine. Kirk gets picked off. Kaizen in trouble. Look at the back line. Lancey falls. While Yue gets the winner trunch proc. And just like that, it's looking lethal. Minana Evos missing 2 key members while Blacklist has a huge Lord marching up top.
They march with full confidence and 2 men down in Minana Evos. How could they defend? Siege pushing in. Lord is pushing in.
They don't even have their
How
Lilia.
can they hold? No Lilia.
They need their Lilia. The minion waves are a little bit too overwhelming.
Oh,
Here
they're all
we
pushing
go.
in.
Could be the final team fight. Minana Evos gonna need a miracle and a prayer to get out of this. Kaizen very low. Puissant's out. Gets his immortality pop. In comes Spider Miles. He just can't hold out. Kirk coming in, but maybe a second too late as Blacklist International takes the win.
Redeeming themselves from a loss yesterday. Reverse sweep denied. The championship